Welcome back to Think Outside the Box. I'm your host, Tony Austin, and I just couldn't wait to get home. I said, you know what? I feel like some milk and cookies. So I said, let me make some chocolate chip cookies. So I said, I might as well share with my friends online and let them see what they think about it. So I think this is the best chocolate chip cookie recipe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some nuts to it and see what happens. First, what we want to do is we want to start with 2 sticks of unsalted butter, softened at room temperature. And then we're going to add 3/4 cup of brown sugar and 3/4 cups of regular granulated sugar. If you want it just a tad bit sweeter, you can add a whole cup of brown sugar. And what we want to do is we want to mix that, incorporate that together, roughly for about 3 minutes, so it's a nice light and fluffy texture. And then what we'll do after that is we'll add our vanilla and we'll add some eggs. So we mix that for roughly about 3 to 4 minutes on a medium-high speed. Now it's like a nice light and fluffy brown sugar buttery mixture. So we'll add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And then we'll have our 2 room temperature eggs. We'll add that also to the mixture. Now that we've mixed our eggs for about a minute, what we'll do is we'll just scrape down the sides to make sure that everything has come together. And what we'll do is we'll pause and we'll take a moment here. And if you would like nuts in your mixture, what you would want to do is you just don't want to throw the nuts in there. I mean, that's just plain. I think outside the box, what we decided to do is we have a cup of walnuts, and we just add about a handful of pecans just to spice it up with a different flavor. And we have 3 tablespoons of brown sugar and 1 tablespoon of butter. We'll put that in the microwave for roughly 25 seconds. Let the butter and brown sugar come together so we can caramelize our nuts. And then we're going to add that to our batter at a later date, but we want them to cool a little bit. So also, we have 2 cups of flour. I like to have my flour sifted. I don't like to deal with all those lumps. A pinch of salt and about a half a teaspoon of baking soda. So we'll add this now. And then while this is mixing, we'll add our nut mixture to the microwave. So I'll add about half now, and I'll add the other half later. I want to mix this on a low speed. Have our brown sugar and nuts. Now that our cookie batter is done and we've had our caramelized pecans and walnuts together, what we'll do is we'll replace the attachment because we want to now fold in our chocolate and our nuts. So what we have here is a whole bag, or roughly 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. And then of course we have roughly about 1.5 cups of our caramelized nuts. Now once again, if you're not big on nuts and you have people that have nut allergies, you can leave the nuts out and it'll be just as good. It'll just be a regular chocolate chip cookie. But we just want to spice it up with some extra flavor and an extra kick. And then that extra brown sugar and butter in there also gives it an extra added dimension of flavor and sweetness and a nice soft cookie. So we'll add our folding paddle on this and we'll just fold that in there. And now that that's folded nicely all together, what we'll do is we'll put this in the refrigerator for about 10 to 15 minutes. We don't want to add it to the baking sheet too fast because we don't want them to spread. We want them to be a nice size, lovely cookie. And what we'll do is we'll just scoop it out with an ice cream scooper and on a 375-degree oven for roughly about 10 to 12 minutes, and we're good to go. we're done with our chocolate chip cookies. We took them out of the oven. They were roughly in there for about 11 minutes. We made 24 cookies. I think this will hold me for tonight, so you know I got my ample supply of milk. So if you like what you see, don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel, Tony Austin Jr. or Soulful Desserts, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If the cookies are what you think they would be, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. It's all up to you. If you'd like to see something different, leave a comment so we know that we can make this happen for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into one of these cookies to see what the inside looks like. Nice, gooey, and soft, moist chocolate chip cookies. And I'm about to go handle these and see you next time. That's a good cookie.